All right, let's be honest. You've been told a lie about how to get rich. The lie is that you need to be some kind of investing guru, a Wall Street wizard who can perfectly time the market to build real, lasting wealth. That's a lie. We're told the key is to sniff out the next big stock before it explodes, sell at the absolute tippy top, and buy at the rock bottom price. It's painted as the frantic, high-stakes game of outsmarting millions of other people who are trying to do the exact same thing that you're trying to do. My name is Teresa, and as a certified financial coach, a certified YNAB coach, and someone who has completed the Financial Coach Master Training Program with Dave Ramsey, I have seen the damage this lie can do. I've worked with several women who believe this myth, and it left them feeling anxious, defeated, and further from their goals than when they first started. So what if I told you the most powerful financial tool on the planet isn't a stock picking algorithm or some secret indicator? You know what it is? It's your budget. Yeah, it's that simple. Your humble budget. And by the end of this, you'll see how a simple spending plan gives you more control, certainty, and confidence, more than any stock picker could ever promise you. You'll understand that true financial power doesn't come from predicting the future. It comes from controlling what you have in your present. So why are we so obsessed with timing the market? Well, for one, it's exciting, it's exhilarating, it's a compelling story. We see these wild, somatic tales of people making a fortune overnight on a lucky stock pick. We are bombarded with headlines about market crashes and bull runs that create this deep-seated fear of missing out, or as I like to call it, FOMO. It feels like a high-stakes casino where if you just play your cards right, you can win big. The only problem, the game is overwhelmingly rigged against you. Study after study shows that trying to time the market is a failing strategy even for the pros, let alone for the rest of us. In fact, one analysis found that for market timing to even have a chance of paying off, you need to accurately predict bull markets 70 to 80% of the time. Now, how are you going to do that exactly? That's a level of accuracy that is practically impossible. The legendary investor Peter Lynch said it best. Far more money has been lost by investors trying to anticipate corrections than has been lost in the corrections themselves. That's because people panic, sell at the wrong time, and then miss the best days of recovery that often happen right after a downturn. This constant chase doesn't just hurt your wallet. It is devastating for your mental health. It creates a state of constant low-grade anxiety. Am I in the right stocks? Should I sell now? Is a crash coming next week or tomorrow? This constant worry leads directly to decision fatigue, where the sheer volume of choices you feel you have to make degrades the quality of your thinking. Hear me again. Degrades the quality of your thinking. Financial stress is a leading cause of anxiety for a huge number of adults, and it's no wonder why. It's stressful. When you're trying to time the market, you are literally surrendering your control to the chaotic whims of global events, algorithms, and a herd mentality. It is a recipe for stress and not success. So if timing the market is a losing game that destroys your peace of mind, then where is the real power? It starts by shifting your focus from the one thing you can never control, the market, to the things you can absolutely control, your own income and your own expenses. This is where the humble budget stops being a restrictive chore and transforms into your personal wealth building machine. I want to break this down into 3 pillars that I see transform a few of my clients' lives, and it does it every day. The power of control, the power of a guaranteed return, and the power of confidence, the power of your confidence. So here we go. Pillar number 1, the power of absolute control. The stock market is volatile. That's the price of admission we pay for the potential of long-term growth. But trying to time that volatility is like trying to predict the precise weather a year from now. A budget, on the other hand, is like building yourself a storm shelter. You're not guessing when the storm will hit. You are simply secure in the knowledge that you have a plan and are protected when the storm does come. A budget gives you 100% control over your financial life. It's a plan that you create, you execute, and you own it. As a YNAB coach, I live by this principle. You give every single dollar a job. This isn't about restriction. It's about being intentional. When you have a budget, you're no longer just reacting to bills and purchases as they pop up in a panic. You are the one in the driver's seat making calm, proactive decisions. This control instantly lowers financial anxiety instead of that frantic, gut wrenching moment of, oh no, the car broke down. How will I pay for this? Your budget has already made the decision for you. You have an auto repairs category or an emergency fund ready to go. That mental energy once wasted on constant worry is now free for more important things like your career, your family, your well-being. You're no longer living in a financial fog, but with the crystal clarity of knowing exactly what's coming in and exactly what's going out. That is real financial power. I want to pause here for just a moment because if you're listening right now and money feels heavy, you are not alone. So many women and couples tell me we're paying the bills, but we're still living paycheck to paycheck. We're carrying debt and we don't know which move to make first. If this describes you and you don't need a long-term program or a 3-month commitment, my Clarity Consultation program is designed just for you. This is a focused conversation where we look at your finances, identify what's keeping you stuck, and you walk away with clear, practical action steps you can take right away without it being time-consuming or so overwhelming. If you're ready to stop guessing and start making progress, click the link in the description to learn more. Now let's get back to it. Pillar number 2. The power of a guaranteed return. Now for the fun part. Let's talk about the most powerful wealth accelerating move a budget unlocks. A focused debt payoff plan. That's right. A focused debt payoff plan. This is a guarantee. This is where the math becomes undeniable and frankly incredibly exciting. When you invest in the stock market, you're hoping for a return. Historically, the market has seen great long-term averages, but that is never a guaranteed. It comes with risk, and in any given year, that return can be wildly positive or deeply negative. When you pay off your debt, you earn a guaranteed return on your money. Now, I want you to think about that. With the average credit card interest rate hovering at a staggering 20%, and for some of those cards even higher, paying off that card is like earning a 20% guarantee risk-free, tax-free return on your money. No stock, no bond, no piece of real estate on earth can promise you that. You are literally buying back your future income. Every single dollar you throw at that debt is a dollar you will not have to pay to a bank in interest later. This is where your budget becomes your secret weapon. By intentionally tracking your spending, you find money you didn't even know you had. That extra $150 from eating out less, that $75 from a canceled subscription, you then aim that cash like a fire hose directly at your debts. The two best ways to do this are the debt avalanche and the debt snowball. The debt avalanche is the most efficient method on paper. You make minimum payments on all your debts, but you throw every extra penny at the debt with the highest interest rate. This saves you the most money on the interest over time. The debt snowball. This was popularized by Mr. Dave Ramsey himself, and this is the method that my husband and I use. It is all about psychology and momentum, and we needed the psychology. You make minimum payments on everything, but you focus all your extra cash on the debt with the smallest balance, regardless of the interest rate. Once you wipe out that first small debt, you get a quick, powerful win, and that's what kept my husband and I going. That feeling builds motivation, and you roll that payment into the next smallest debt. So which one is better? Well, honestly, the one you'll actually stick with. Both are structured plans that rely on your preparation and your actions and not market timing. They put you in control and give you a predictable path to a guaranteed return. Now for pillar number 3, the power of unshakable confidence. The final pillar is the most life-changing. Confident, constantly struggling with money, feeling like you're always one step behind can make you feel like a failure on a daily basis. It's exhausting. But when you build a budget and actually follow it, when you see your debt shrink and your savings grow with your own two hands, it fundamentally changes how you see yourself. Every little win, sticking to your grocery budget for the month, paying off a credit card completely, hitting your first $1,000 in an emergency fund builds self-trust. That feeling of accomplishment boosts your self-esteem and gives you the courage and the vision to go after bigger goals. When you aren't drowning in debt or stressing about that next bill, your whole entire perspective on life changes. That mental weight, it lifts, and you can finally think beyond just getting by. You can start planning for your future, investing for retirement, saving for a down payment on a home, maybe even taking a smart career risk, like starting your own business from a position of strength and security, not desperation and fear. Sisters, this is the real sustainable sequence to building wealth. You don't start by gambling on stocks. You start by building a solid, unshakable foundation. Your budget is that foundation. A debt-free life is the first floor. Only then do you have the stability and confidence to build the rest of your financial skyscraper through patient, steady, long-term investing, not timing the market. So how do you get started on this path? The key is to not get lost in the idea that you have to be perfect overnight. The goal is to simply start and build awareness. A great starting point, that awareness, is the 50-30-20 rule. Think of it as a quick diagnostic tool, not a strict set of commandments. The idea is to take your after-tax income, the actual amount that hits your bank account, and see how it stacks up against this framework. 50% for your needs. Okay, this is the non-negotiable stuff, like it includes your housing, utilities, groceries, transportation to work, and minimum debt payments. Then 30% for your wants. This is the fun stuff that makes life just a little enjoyable, like dining out, hobbies, entertainment, and anything that isn't essential for your survival. And then 20% for savings and debt repayment. This is your power fund. This is the money you'll use to build an emergency fund and then aggressively attack your high interest debt. Go ahead and do a quick check. Look at last month's spending and see roughly where your money went. This isn't about judgment. It's about getting a baseline. But once you have that awareness, you're ready to move from a passive overview to active control of your money. And for that, we need to graduate from broad percentages to specific jobs for our money. This is where an app that I absolutely love, YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget, comes in. The 50-30-20 rule, it gives you a snapshot, but YNAB actually gives you a roadmap. Instead of just categorizing past spending, it helps you execute the principle I live by as a YNAB coach. Give every single dollar a job before you even spend it. This moves you from reacting to your money to directing it with purpose. You stop asking, where did my money go? And start telling it where to go. It's powerful. This is the crucial step from awareness to true financial control and peace of mind. For years, we've been told that building wealth is some complex, risky game reserved for a select few who can decode the mysteries of the market. But that story is designed to keep you feeling powerless, fearful, and dependent. The truth is, the greatest financial power you will ever have, it lies in the decisions you make with your own money every single day. The stock market is a great tool for growing wealth long term, but your budget is the bedrock where all lasting wealth is built. The first floor. Don't forget that. It's not about restriction. It's about intention. It's not about what you can't have. It's about consciously deciding what you truly want and creating a plan to get it. Trying to time the market is an exercise in anxiety. Building a budget and paying off debt is an exercise in control. It builds discipline, resilience, and a sense of peace that no stock market rally can ever give you. You have the power to change your financial future, and it starts today. It starts not with a risky bet, but with a simple plan. If you're ready to take that first step to stop the stress and start building the foundation for your financial freedom, then check out my financial clarity sessions, where I help individual women and couples get on the right path to building their future. Look for the description and you will see the link. Just click it. And if you want to make an appointment to set up your Zoom call with a financial clarity session, just click it. I'm here for you. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, time in the stock market is not working for you in your best interest. Get on a budget, get on that first floor, and I'll see you in the next video.